The biggest fan group in the WNBA very soon is probably going to be, obviously, the Caitlin Clark fans, the second biggest fan base. You guys have got it. The Swifties are here. The Taylor Swift fans are here.
Did you know the Indiana Fever's attendance has skyrocketed to 15,886 fans per game? That's more than double the league average, and it's all thanks to one rookie and her unexpected army of supporters. Let's talk about how Caitlin Clark and the Swifties are changing the game for the WNBA. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much! Now, back to the video. Caitlin Clark isn't just any rookie. She's a scoring machine, dropping buckets like it's nothing. Her stats? Insane! She's averaging over 20 points per game and dishing out assists like candy. The Fever went from bottom feeders to must-watch TV overnight. But here's where things get wild. Caitlin's not just bringing basketball fans to the arena. She's got an army of supporters you'd never expect. And it all started with a tweet. You won't believe what happened next.
And you see here, Caitlin Clark talking about possibly Taylor Swift going to watch her in the final, saying, I'm going to Taylor Swift in June. Because now, the Swifties have become Caitlin Clark fans.
Now Clark's facing the toughest challenge of her career. She went from college superstar to WNBA rookie. And let me tell you, the pros aren't playing nice. How will she handle the pressure? The scrutiny? The physical play? That's what we're about to find out. Just when Clark thought she was facing her toughest opponents on the court, a new force emerges from left field. Imagine millions of die-hard music fans suddenly becoming WNBA superfans overnight. Sound crazy? Welcome to the world where Swifties and basketball collide. It all started with a tweet. Remember when Caitlin Clark welcomed Taylor Swift to the Chiefs' Kingdom?
So it's pretty awesome. Hopefully she likes women's basketball. She should stay for the game tomorrow. How about that? Caitlin Clark began trending because of Angel Reese pissing off Swifties. Why?
Oh, well, that innocent social media post resurfaced and caught the attention of Swifties everywhere. And let me tell you, these fans don't do anything halfway. The Swifties mobilized faster than you can say, shake it off.
If you guys thought the actual fans of Caitlin Clark were bad, oh, the Swifties are worse. It could be the Swifties taking over as the second biggest fan base, who don't even know about the sport of basketball.
They saw Caitlin as one of their own, and they weren't about to let her take on the WNBA alone. It's like when K-pop fans flooded NBA Twitter, but this time, it's Taylor's army invading women's basketball. You know what's wild?
Because the Swifties have now joined up with the Caitlin Clark fans. People trying to unite the Swifties to stop giving Angel Reese attention and let's start promoting Caitlin Clark.
The Swifties aren't just tweeting. They're showing up to games, buying merch, and turning Caitlin Clark into a household name. The Indiana Fever's social media engagement is through the roof. We're talking likes, shares, and comments on a level the WNBA has never seen before. But it's not just about the numbers. The Swifties are changing the whole vibe of the league. They're bringing their passion, their creativity, and their unmatched ability to rally behind a cause.
For the Swiftie fans that are going to take over, just know when you're picking a WNBA YouTuber to watch,
Sweat! Woo!
and then her screaming the end of Enchanted,
Love with someone!
Suddenly, WNBA games are the hottest ticket in town. And it's not just because of the basketball. Think about it. One day, you're a rookie trying to prove yourself in the pros. The next, you've got millions of new fans who are ready to go to war for you on social media. It's like having a personal army of hype people, and they're not afraid to take on anyone who comes for their girl. And here's where it gets really interesting. The Swifties aren't just supporting Caitlin, they're taking sides in her rivalries. Remember that drama with Angel Reese? The Swifties have opinions, and they're not afraid to share them. They're turning WNBA Twitter into a battleground, and Caitlin's at the center of it all. But here's the thing. This unexpected alliance isn't just changing things for Caitlin. It's shaking up the entire WNBA. Other players are getting curious. Fans of other teams are wondering how they can get this kind of support. The league itself is trying to figure out how to harness this new energy. You want to know how big this is getting? Let's talk numbers. Game attendance is up. Social media engagement is skyrocketing. Caitlin Clark jerseys are selling out faster than Taylor Swift concert tickets.
In Asia, despite being a third-time MVP, her jersey sales were 5th in the league even after we saw the jersey sales numbers. We didn't actually see the actual numbers, but we saw the top jersey sales in the WNBA.
The Swifties aren't just watching basketball, they're creating a whole new culture around it. While the Swifties cheer from the stands, Caitlin Clark is battling a whole different kind of noise on the hardwood. What happens when the world's most hyped rookie meets the WNBA's toughest defenders? It's a clash that's redefining what it means to be a star in this league. Remember how Michael Jordan faced the Jordan rules back in the day? Well, Caitlin Clark's getting her own crash course in WNBA physics, and it's not pretty. We're talking shoulder checks, hard fouls, and the kind of physical play that makes you wince just watching it. Take that game against the Atlanta Dream. Chennedy Carter came at Clark with a flagrant foul that had everyone talking. It wasn't just a welcome to the league moment. It was more like a welcome to the Thunderdome statement. But you know what's crazy? Clark bounced back like it was nothing, dropping 30 points in the next game. That's the kind of resilience that turns good players into legends. But it's not just about the physical play. Remember that rivalry with Angel Reese from college? Yeah, that's followed Clark to the pros, and it's heating up faster than a summer blacktop. These two aren't just competing on the court. They're battling for the spotlight.
But the top topic of conversation will be the Rookie of the Year race between Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark and the Chicago Sky's Angel Reese. You know Angel Reese is a walking double-double, and she's an Energizer Bunny, and her...
For endorsements, for the title of the face of women's basketball. And let me tell you, the fans are eating it up. Every matchup between Clark and Reese is like a mini finals, with supporters on both sides going wild.
You know that the Indiana Fever done put out a bunch of notes about attendance records being broken and all of this. Something can't go unnoticed is the fact that these two young ladies are box office drawers.
The Swifties? They're all in on Team Clark, ready to go to war on social media for their girl. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Some fans are crying foul, saying the refs are letting Clark take too much heat. They're watching every call, every no call, analyzing it like it's game film. It's got people asking, is this just part of the rookie experience? Or is Clark getting singled out? But you want to know the craziest part? Clark's taking it all in stride. After that rough game, she just shrugged it off, saying, "It is what it is." Trying to make a play on the ball, get the block, it happens. That's the kind of cool under pressure that separates the good from the great. And you know what? All this drama, all this intensity, it's only making Clark's fan base stronger. The Swifties aren't just cheering anymore. They're defending their girl.
The biggest fan group in the WNBA very soon is probably going to be obviously the Caitlin Clark fans, the second biggest fan base. You guys have got it. The Swifties are here. The Taylor Swift fans are here.
Like she's the next Taylor Swift album. Every hard foul, every heated exchange just adds fuel to their fire. You've seen the crowds, you've heard about the drama, but here's the real kicker. Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the game, she's reshaping the entire league. Let's talk about how this rookie sensation is turning the WNBA upside down. First up, Clark's on-court performance. This girl is a scoring machine, but she's not just chucking up shots, she's adapted her game to the WNBA's pace and space style like she was born for it. Her playmaking ability? Off the charts. She's unlocking her team's potential in ways no one saw coming. Check this out. After the Olympic break, the Fever became one of the top scoring teams in the league. We're talking 110.7 points per 100 possessions. That's insane. Clark's not just scoring, she's making everyone around her better. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what about those turnovers? Yeah, Clark's leading the league in that category too. But here's the thing. It's all part of her high-risk, high-reward style. She's pushing the limits, taking chances, and sometimes it backfires. But when it works, it's magic. Let's zoom out for a second. Clark's impact goes way beyond the stat sheet. She's bringing eyes to the game like never before. Melissa Isaacson, a sports writer, put it perfectly. Clark has brought eyes to the game. We're not just talking a few extra fans. We're talking about a whole new level of interest in women's basketball. Sponsors are lining up. Media coverage is through the roof. Suddenly, everyone wants a piece of the WNBA action. And it's all because of this rookie from Iowa who plays like she's been in the league for years. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark isn't just changing how people watch basketball. She's changing how they think about women's sports altogether. She's becoming a trailblazer, inspiring a whole new generation of fans and players. Think about it. How many kids are out there right now, practicing their jump shots, dreaming of being the next Caitlin Clark? How many parents are taking their daughters to WNBA games for the first time? This isn't just about one player or one season. It's about reshaping the future of women's sports. All right, let's talk about where Caitlin Clark's journey is headed. This girl's not just a rookie sensation, she's a game changer with an army of Swifties at her back. And trust me, she's just getting started. Clark's already shaking up the WNBA, but imagine what she'll do as she gets more comfortable in the league. We're talking about a player who could lead a revolution in women's basketball. Her skills are off the charts, and now she's got millions of new fans ready to support her every move. You know what's wild? This Caitlin Clark effect isn't just about one player. It's changing how people see the whole WNBA. More fans, more attention, more excitement. So here's the big question. Are you ready to be part of this? Because the game's changing, and you don't want to miss what happens next.